Hello, my friend. You are sensitive. You are extra sensitive. You are what I like to think of as super sensitive rather than hyper sensitive, because hyper immediately suggests that it's too much. And that, my friend, I know from experience, is something you have been told a lot in your life. I was always considered oversensitive, hypersensitive. I felt things deeply. I felt pain strongly. I felt fears with huge intensity. I felt deep sadness about people around me. From when I was a tiny, tiny little girl, I could observe other people's pain and feel it in myself. So I know very well what it's like, my friend, to have those antennae, that nervous system, that refinement in your empathy and understanding of other people. But also with that, a tremendous vulnerability. Because of course, as you and I both know, when you are sensitive like that, you come across as weak at the start of your life. You come across as a pushover, as somebody other people can easily make fun of, make light of, joke about, practice practical jokes on, ridicule, and imitate, mock. Because, my friend, you carry your heart on your sleeve, it is like an open invitation for people to grab it and to torture it. Because kids experiment with feelings and with boundaries and what they can do to each other and when it is too much. And you're probably not very good at indicating your boundaries and saying when it is too much. So you get stepped on over and over again, until you begin to realize, my friend, that it is up to you and not up to other people to take charge of your sensitivity, your super sensitivity, and to protect your own nature. But you can only start doing that once you have stopped blaming things on yourself, or feeling bad about your sensitivity, or thinking there's something wrong with you. You can only start to respect yourself once you have accepted yourself exactly as you are. And when you have accepted yourself as you are, it will become blatantly obvious to you that you have to find your way around the world in an extra careful way. That you have to move away from the people who are inclined to behave in rude and crude ways and who offend you and make you afraid. And you have to figure out, through your resonance with others, which people are compatible with you and can understand because they're like-minded. And then more importantly, which people are able to respect and value your sensitivity without them bringing equal sensitivity, but bringing maybe protective skills or strength that you need. So you need to use your sensitivity first to get to know yourself and understand what you can do with that sensitivity. And I don't have to explain that to you, because it's like having a sixth sense, isn't it? It's like being able to see inside of people's hearts and to understand what is really going on behind the masks and behind the pretense, and to work it all out in your mind and to write about it or paint about it or just think about it or talk about it or make music about it. Your creativity is an immediate, natural response to your overload of impressions that comes through your being tuned into the world and always, in sync, as it were, with whatever atmosphere or event or conversation or mood that is being distributed by the people around you. And for a long time, you'll probably experience yourself as responsive and reactive. But very soon, when you understand this is about a special ability, a special capacity for attunement, a vibration, then you will begin to keep yourself safe, and you will see that this sensitivity is not just about vulnerability, it is about creativity, and it is about understanding, and it is about a kind of connectivity that the world is in dire need of. But then you have a new challenge. You have the challenge of not just protecting yourself anymore, but actually finding ways of using your sensitivity in the world. And that is about finding the right occupation or profession, either one where you can be by yourself a lot and be protected and safe, or preferably one where you can actually use that special ability. Obviously, psychotherapy is one of the jobs that you can do really well, but I know other people with this kind of super sensitive nature who've done other things that work very well for them. Working with animals can be a wonderful thing to do because animals pick that up, and most animals like people who are super sensitive and careful and caring and kind, because all those things tend to come together because you're too aware of pain to harm anybody else. But you have to learn to do that sometimes. You have to learn that sometimes your interests gotta come first, hard as that may be. And when you do that, you will probably allow other people to be really nasty to you for having hurt them. But nevertheless, my friend, you have to learn to be tough sometimes. And it's not contradictory, because your sensitivity will teach you to be capable of endurance, because there's no other option, because so much comes streaming into you that you have to learn to process a lot of stuff all the time. And the better you get at processing things, and the more you're capable of enduring and therefore of being resilient and actually acquire a strange kind of sensitive toughness, which is not contradictory at all. And you will understand what I mean if you have started to build that up for yourself. So, let that light shine, my friend. Don't douse it out, that flame. Allow it to thrive, my friend. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of feeling the flow of life so very strongly going through you. Don't be afraid of allowing yourself to work things out and to trust your observations, your feelings, your sensations, your thoughts, your many ideas, your insights, your resonances, your synchronicities. Allow them. Don't ward them off. Let it be. Let it be. Be what you are. The world needs many different kinds of people, and super sensitive people are hidden a lot of the time, and their capacity for easing pain and for bringing people together or peacemaking are very important capacities for the future of humankind. So don't underestimate yourself, whatever you do. Be who you are, claim who you are, and find ways to be what you are that are good for other people. You don't have to frighten other people. You don't have to become needy. You're perfectly capable of being rounded and holding it together by yourself. You're perfectly capable of processing every single thing that comes through you and to make it part of your overall resilience and capacity for empathy and understanding. And as you do so, my friend, you will grow bright and strong, and people will welcome your input instead of mocking you or putting you down. You can go on that path and you can achieve that, my friend. I'm living proof of that journey, and I have no regrets about it at all. Join the path. Be brave. Be clear. Be open. Be as sensitive and as tough as you need to be, my friend, and all will be well.